I want to draw attention to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Both of these stocks are rallying big here in the pre-market. So they have begun placing sizable orders to purchase mortgage-backed securities amid a surge in volatility. And remember, just a couple months ago, President Trump instructed Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to acquire $200 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities. That was part of his push to drive down mortgage rates and, make housing more affordable. The increased buying could help cushion a spike triggered by the Iran war that has sent rates to a 3-month high. Remember, mortgage rates had fallen below, I guess it was 6% just a couple weeks ago. And so now they're more, the last check was about 6.30% for a 30-year. But still, experts say this may only partially offset the broader market pressures stemming from the conflict in the Middle East, which is really what's pushing yields. I mean, the 2-year now above 4%, or was above 4%, I should say, for the first time since June earlier today. It's now back down to 3.86%, but the 10-year at 4.35%, we know that's tied to mortgage rates. So Fannie and Freddie doing well today. Also want to talk a little bit about Pfizer. That stock is getting a boost. I just want to check the latest on Pfizer. Don't want to give you misinformation. It is up. Oh, it's only up about 0.3% right now, but we'll take it. It said its experimental Lyme disease vaccine was 73% effective against the tick-borne illness, though fewer than expected cases in a study made it hard to determine how well it works on a large scale. But nevertheless, this is encouraging news for those who suffer from Lyme disease. There is currently no human vaccine for the disease.
I know, and it's brutal. So many people, particularly in this area.
Right. And, and also it's going to be the season soon. So, pull the socks up over the pants and, long sleeves, even though it's like 100 degrees out. That's what you've got to do. That's like our only defense right now. All right. And then shares in DraftKings and Flutter. They're doing really well here this morning. The U.S. Senate, or a number of U.S. senators, set to introduce bipartisan legislation to ban sports bets on prediction markets. Whoa. So we're talking about Kalshi and Polymarket.
Right.
So these exchanges could be blocked from listing sporting events related contracts.
I'm lost. We got to get a briefing on this. I'm just lost.
We had Ed Ludlow was interviewing the Kalshi guy, I believe, last week, and the guy tried to make his point that it's not gambling, but boy, it didn't come across that way at all.
And gambling on a whole bunch of things, like geopolitical events, like the war in Iran, and questions about what's ethical, what's allowed.
Whether Afterthought will empty the dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it gets to sports betting, that's when it crossed the line.
I mean, exactly. Okay. Well, of course, because there's so much money, and there's so much money at stake.
Alexis, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it this morning. It's Stock Movers. It's a podcast as well.